Hello, my name is Misato. Today I'd like to talk about airports. Especially, I will talk about 3 airports that I found interesting. First, I will talk about Takamatsu Airport in Kagawa Prefecture. Look, there is a mysterious faucet. Akira-san, what do you think will come out?
Hot water.
Oh, close! The udon soup comes from it. Because Kagawa is famous for udon, I think it's a wonderful idea. Many children must be happy. Second, I will talk about Narita Airport. It has more kinds of airplanes than Haneda Airport. So there are many flight attendants and pilots from many countries. If you want to work there, why don't you try talking to them to make it come true? Finally, I will talk about Chubu International Airport in Aichi Prefecture. There is a hot spring where we can watch airplanes. Yu-san, Takaaki-san, Lisa-san, don't you think it's amazing? 2 years ago, I went there and I had a good time. In conclusion, there are a lot of fun things in airports and they may keep your English motivation. If you love them, airports are a dreamland for me and they may keep your and they are a lot of if they are interested in them, why not check them out? Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, I'm Akira. These days, the coronavirus is prevalent all over the world. How are you dealing with these situations? The coronavirus has changed people's lives. For example, a lot of people were forced to stay at home due to restriction on going out. I hope the people close to you are fine. Fortunately, there is no one infected with the coronavirus around me. I live with my family, so I'm okay. However, my grandmother in Hokkaido feels a little lonely because she lives by herself. She is already 90 years old. She's a really nice person. She has loved me and my older sister more than anything in the world since we were babies. She always hugs us as soon as we arrive at her house. We love her so much too. After my grandfather's death, her pleasure is that we visit her. However, the coronavirus made it difficult for us to visit her. We have been in touch with each other on the phone. She always says this at the end of the call. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. This fall, she got the breast cancer. I was devastated. She needed a surgery and had to be hospitalized. Before hospitalized. I regretted that not having gone to see her before coronavirus spread. I became very worried because her heart has stopped once during the operation before. My worries grew every day because I couldn't see her before her surgery. On the day of surgery, we called her in the morning. She was doing well. And at the end of the call, she said, "I'm looking forward to seeing you all again." The operation ended without any problems. We were relieved. 2 days after, we called her and she said, "I'm happy to have opportunities to see you again." I didn't know how to express my feelings. The coronavirus is not going to stop spreading. However, the first thing I want to do after we overcome coronavirus is to see her. Do you see someone important to you frequently? I hope my speech will remind you of someone important. Thank you.
Hi guys, can I ask you a question? What made you start learning English? I guess we have different purposes. In my case, for example, to talk with local people on a trip, or pass the exam like a TOEIC, or get a qualification of English to promote your position. We have our own reasons. In my case, I have been interested in translation. I like spending time watching movies and reading books. When I was watching movies with Japanese title, I noticed the difference between subtitles and phrases. I felt something was wrong. Subtitles displayed in the screen often don't match sound of phrases. Something like this. Can you see it? So something like this. I have to finish the homework before I go to Initiate because I don't want to make Kana-sensei angry. Something like this. Yeah. By the way, that's not true. Yeah. It's just one of the examples. So I was so surprised that not to notice the difference at first. And I think there is another major differences. That is their own culture. You know, that is a difference between Japanese people and American people. For instance, foods, manners, or lifestyles, something like this. The biggest one is how people talked and communicated. When I was a junior high school student, I heard children who had returned from abroad but always was so rude because they didn't speak politely to elderly people and speak straight. But that is misunderstanding happens by using Japanese in ignorance of Japanese culture. English doesn't have much what is called Japanese keigo. Moreover, if you don't tell your feeling and thinking straight, most of American would consider them you as a person who don't have a own opinion. So I think it's a natural way for them. For the reasons, translation is so difficult work. So let me introduce you some example of strange translation and show how difficult translation can be. Right? Okay, I'll show you some English movies title, and I'd like you to imagine the Japanese one. Okay, the first one is this. This is the main one. Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Do you know that movie? It is a famous Disney movie, and Snow White means princess in this character. So I think you will already know. So the answer is just a minute. Yeah, Shirehime. You're right. But when I heard that title at the first time, I had a question. Where are the Seven Dwarfs? Where did Seven Dwarfs go? Because they are main characters and they made a great effort for her. But in Japanese title, that's unreasonable for me. Yeah. So that's so funny. Okay, so I introduced you. Next one. Next one is this Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Do you know that movie title? It's also famous movie. It's a famous horror movie, and not only famous movie, but it's famous video games. By the way, I don't like that movie because there's a lot of grotesque scene. I don't like that. Do you get it? It is Biohazard. It is Biohazard. Yeah. I was so surprised too because I think Japanese title and English title is same, I guess, but it's not. And I think the Biohazard sounds like more terrible than Resident Evil. So I think that is good translation. I think. And next one is so simple. Do you know that? Up. This movie I heard the first time from Kana-sensei and then Initiate. So I think somebody knows. Yeah. That movie is Carl G-sanの空飛ぶ家. Do you know that? Do you know that? Carl G-sanの空飛ぶ家. So yeah, I think of course where is Carl? Where's the house? Just up? Yeah, of course I think so. But maybe let me think. Where cars go? I guess up. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's simply that's translation, I think. And the next is last one. So I'd like you to guess the answer. Guess please. Sorry. Sorry. This. The Italian Job. This is not the Italian Job. Do you know that? Do you know the movie title in Japanese? I think English prefers simply title. So I think the hint was hidden by this or this. I think. So what do you think? Okay.
Sleep and love ladies.
Good. Yeah, Italian. That's Italian man. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. So how about Misato-chan? Italian Job. You don't know? Okay. How do you Takagi-san? Like cooking movie. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. How about Lisa-san? The Italian Job. Thank you.
Is this the famous movie?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think no. I think no. I think no. Thank you. So the answer is ミニミニ大作戦ですね。はい。Yeah, of course I don't know that meaning. Yeah. And by the way, I want to explain that movie title, but I can't. Unfortunately, I can't because I haven't watched this movie because Japanese title is so boring. Sounds so boring. Sounds like boring. So I didn't watch this movie yet. Yeah, but if we watch this movie, we could understand the reason why American English title is the Italian job and the Japanese title is Millimeter Accent. So I strongly recommend this movie to you. Okay. Sorry for long speech and demonstrations. Let's get down to business. This is a word I heard from my fellow translator. Here it is. Can you see it? Can you see it? リサさん。英語はスムーズに話すことに省略をいとわない。See it? And that's natural native English speakers feel comfortable omitting a word or phrase to speak more smoothly. Yeah. I demonstrated some difference and strange translation again and again. And I exactly said, that is wrong. That is fine. Change the title for the seven dwarfs. But this word means those don't matter. It's no problem. It's okay. Because that is English. What do you think about? In my opinion, I actually felt comfortable to hear that fact. Because language always changes and always language changes and we just have to follow tiny rules. English is not such a serious language. When we study English, we always demand to use it perfectly in order to pass the exam or talking well. That's a good idea, and I know that feeling. And sorry. We must have this attitude. That is a point. However, I think we wouldn't know what we are missing if we worry too much not to make mistakes and lose the opportunity to enjoy communicating in English. Therefore, making this speech, I realized all the more importance of how to express what I think and just enjoy the communication. Therefore, I am determined to do my best not to seriously learn English. Thank you.